Okay, so that was a circular viewport we created there. I'll just kind of delete this just now, just so I can kind of just show you the other. I pop in here. We've got a little sort of polygonal viewport. So if I kind of just create that, you see you can kind of create any shape you want. So if I close, and it creates a viewport of any shape your heart desires. So you can just kind of draw around that. However, I kind of mentioned the turning off the layers and the freezing the layers. So if I change that over to my viewports layer, there's one more, I'll just move to a frozen layer, that's fine. If you look then, look at my crosshairs, you can actually see the shape of the viewport. If instead of turning off that viewport, I freeze the viewport, look what happens to my viewport. I lose the shape of the viewport. It kind of really forgets about the shape of it. It doesn't kind of remember the thing about turning off a viewport, turning off a layer. AutoCAD still remembers shapes and sizes and things of objects, if you remember that one. But freezing a viewport, AutoCAD actually forgets completely about it. And what that effect has on your viewport is that it forgets the shape of your awkward sort of shaped viewport, and it just pops in the furthest points of your viewport. So you can see it creates a rectangle to the outermost points of the viewport that I kind of picked. So if I go back and actually, instead of freezing them, turn them off, we get back to our funny shaped sort of viewport. Important to kind of know, because if you're trying to, and I'll turn it on again. One of the commonest viewports you might create is, and I'm going to just do something crazy and move this down here just for now. One of the commonest viewports you might create is if you want a single viewport in this, using the polygonal viewport, is you'd kind of create that effect, avoiding the little, let me go see if it close, avoiding that border, because you might kind of decide that you want that in your drawing. Okay, so suppose you wanted kind of something like that. The last thing you want is that if I move this down a little bit, and if I again pop that across to my viewports layer, and if I was to freeze that layer instead of turning it off, you can see it comes across your title block. Whereas if I go and change it to turning off the layer, you see I get that, and the drawing never comes across my title block, so it kind of keeps it the correct profile that you were looking for originally. So when it comes to viewports, remember, you're turning them off, you're not freezing them. Okay, I'll just kind of undo all that. So that's our sort of strange polygonal shaped viewports. Okay.